Bonjour, everybody. Thank you very much for joining me. It is another Monday Night Live, but on a Wednesday. So thank you very much for coming in. This is hopefully not going to be the longest one in the world, but we'll see how we get on. There's a lot to talk about, as well as a lot to get through. But thank you so much for joining me. As always, what we're going to do is spend the first sort of 5 minutes. I think I'm going to cut it down from 10, maybe 5 minutes, just to say hello, welcome people into the room and all that sort of stuff. So if you are watching this on playback, then give it a little bit of a fast forward, and then you can get into the meat and gravy of tonight's little vlog. So it's all going on. It's all going on. We've got a few people in the house already, which is very cool to see. Let me go here. We've got Queen of Vape, Vaping Slayer, Deborah Connor, TJ, Bella Cox, Clean as Fuck Coils, Wolfie Smith, Miggy, Thomas BVB, Lynn Price, Graham Vincent, Listmeister, Steam Pig. I like that name. Gordon Stevenson, Reese Evans, Max Spoonmore, Lawrence Boyers, Woodford Vapes, FF Mark II, Vaping Slayer. I think I've said hello. Oh, it's starting to go a little bit sharp, isn't it? Louisa Lovelet loves nails. Louisa's in the house. Didn't really get to speak to you at the weekend, did I, Louisa? I'm sorry about that. Tony Dixon, Sarah Wheel, Daniel Carter, Daniel Wright, Flying Sumo. There's a lot of you. I don't think I can get through everybody, but thank you so much for joining. And we've got a few of the VIP 4% club members, as always. So always lovely to see you 4%ers. Thank you so much indeed. Let's have a little look again. We've got Big Kev. You're not here, apparently. Chris B, first time I've seen you live. Tell you, it's dull and less impressive than you would imagine. But thank you very much for joining me anyway. Very kind of you. Marco, hi Dean, nice to meet you at the Vape Expo. I think you're one of the people that we did a selfie with, aren't you, Marco? So I think you tagged me in it. I could be wrong. Haley's in it, in the room, in it. She's not in the photo. I'm so tired tonight. It's ridiculous. What else we got? Gavin Collison. Yeah, let's go with that one. Oh, that's just jumped. Thordox, dun dun dun. That's a quality name. I like that. TCG Vape, John. Who? There's a John in the house. Will Billy Vapes, Kevin K from Hawaii. Fantastic, like it. Schwarzy's in the house. Mr. Ian Schwar is in the house. There will be a new review up on vapingbiker.co.uk soon from Mr. Schwar. I'm really looking forward to that one. Bob. Hello, young man. Hello, young man, to you as well. Who have we got going on? Thordox is from Costa Rica. Fantastic. Nice to see that we've got a few people in from around the world again tonight. Thank you so much for joining me. We've got Darren Rhodes from Telford in Shropshire. There we go. Yeah, that's possibly the most exotic one of the lot of you. Now then, what else we got? I don't know if you remember, I was the guy with the damaged face on Sunday. I do remember, and you tagged me. You put 4 pictures on Instagram and tagged me in one of them. Sure of it. Hey, what? Oh, I tell you, for someone that's got a rubbish memory. Hi, Dean. Where are you from? Yeah. Norwich, UK. Is my beard looking any better today? It's not, is it? It's looking rubbish. Today's video, even though I'm going to mention them later on, is not brought to you by Evolution Vaping, but it's a t-shirt that I had, and it's a really comfy one for you, sort of cuddle shirt. So I enjoy wearing this, so that's why it's on today, not for any other reason. Anyway, hello from North Carolina, Zombie. It's like Goonies on acid. Okay, I think I might have missed the context of that one, but let's go along with it. Goonies on acid it is. Hey, Dean, it's going good, bub. Worcestershire here again, man. Thank you very much, Will. Nigel is from somewhere in Georgia that I can't pronounce. So that's it's probably best just kind of move forward from. What else have we got? Way worse. It's just down the road. Brown Beard Life looks great. Keep it going. I need to. It's just kind of stopping. I think I get more growth with the beard in the warmer months, and since I had it trimmed down a little bit, it's just it's not doing what I want it to do, but there we go. Francis is in from the Philippines. Thank you very much indeed, Francis. Mick Blizzard, lovely to see you at the weekend, Mick, by the way. Dino, man, love what you do. Thank you very much, Paul King. Love you watching it. Thank you so much. What else have we got here? Twisted Bike from Kentucky. Lennon 38 from South Wales. Thank you very much. There's a lot of different faces or names in the house that I don't always recognize, so I think we've got a few new people into the vlog this evening, so thank you so much for joining me. Let me explain exactly how it ordinarily goes. So what we do is we start off with a little bit of a hello, and after we've done that, then I'll go into the kind of the normal vloggy stuff, and then we will have a chat, and if you're all nice, then Mr. Todd will come in and join us, and I'm sure we can have something to argue this evening, so it should be a jolly good night. Now then, let me get my notes going up there. Boom. Oh no, that's the wrong page. Boom. There we go. So I'm not going to be paying attention to chat if you're new in while I'm doing the vlog stuff. Once we get into the main sort of balls of the whole thing, then I'll be paying more attention to what's going on in chat, and then I can answer some questions and all that sort of good shit. Cool. Cool. Right then, so what have we got? Intro done, welcomes done, videos that have been up since the last vlog. So then what we've had, I had a bit of a week of it last week. I was quite proud of myself. Yay me, I actually worked for a living. Now then, what have we got there? Oh, someone's from sitting on the beach in Otaki, New Zealand. You're actually sitting on the beach watching this, David, are you? I'm so jealous. Anyway, Johan from Sweden. Ah, fantastic. I think we had Tus. I don't know if Tus is in the house, but he was from Sweden as well. No, he wasn't. Anyway, moving on before I get myself in bother. So since the last vlog, when did I do it? On the 23rd. So since the last vlog, we have done the Stentorian Basilisk box mod, which I was nonplussed with, to be honest with you, and I think that they did kind of upset their ratings, where they went from standard, powerful, and powerful plus. I think it should have been weak as a weak thing, and kind of normal and a little bit more beefy, and that's how it should have gone. But then after that, and I didn't like the corners. The corners hurt my little Andy Pandies. Well, they didn't hurt him, but I'm delicate. Then we did the Funky 160, which was another purple one. A couple of little week of the purple mods, and it just took me back. It just seemed like it was a really, really old-fashioned mod to me, and that they designed it ages ago, and just put some resin doors on it and gone, boom, that'll do for 2017. But who knows? After that was the Bolt RDA, which is for I think it's 25 quid. 25 quid for an RDA like that. Fucking right, get up, yeah. That's marvelous. For a bottom airflow RDA, I think it does a grand job. And for that kind of money as well, I think it was doing really, really nicely. So it's nice to see that we've got so many really affordable sub £30 RDAs now that are really doing a good job. After that, we did the Blood Axe. Now then, I've had a bit of hate over that one. I've had a bit of hate over that one. It's one of those things. Someone accused me of not liking the modder. Someone else, various people have been just really, really stroppy with me. What can you do? But, you know, if you don't like the stroppy review, then go and see someone else. That's the way forward. That's all it is. All I'm going to do is I'm going to tell you my experience from how I get on with the product, and that's essentially why you're watching. So, you know, there we go. But those of you that didn't like it, I don't really care. Now then, let's have a little look and see what else is on the notes. So that's covered off all of the videos that we've gone through. So loads of people still coming in the chat there. That's brilliant. Once again, I will be paying more attention to the chat in a little while once we've got through some stuff. Like I say, I do want to try and keep this video shorter, because tomorrow I am having a new, or we are having a new addition to the family. It's not a child, obviously, but I will be able to tell you a little bit more after tonight, after tomorrow morning. Once we're all settled at home tomorrow, then I will be able to tell you more, and I'm so excited. It's ridiculous. It's going to be very, very cool. So I'll yeah, I'm not having a super late night tonight, so as you can see, I'm already looking a little bit worse for wear, still from the weekend. So I do want to get on it tonight. Now then, one thing which is I'm not gonna spend time on this. I'm not gonna call anyone out because there's a lot of people out there that will release videos just to cause drama and just to get views, and that's certainly not something that I'm going to be doing today. However, as a result of Expo, there was a photograph which was essentially disability shaming somebody, and it was disgusting. Now, a lot of that has been taken down now, but it just made me want to say something, that if you see someone in a wheelchair, if you see someone parking in a disabled space at a supermarket or something like that, and they can stand up or even they can walk a couple of paces or whatever, does not mean they do not have a disability. And to shame somebody for your first impressions is just a ridiculously wankery thing to do. So something came up. If you're on the Facebook page, then you will have seen what happened with all of that sort of stuff yesterday. Was it yesterday, day before, recently? And luckily we've managed to get sort of a nice positive outcome from it, to some degree the best that can be done. But no, I mean, it's just be nice, people. We have a good thing with this community. Let's not start kind of shaming anyone or being wrong, just being a wrong, and we all know what wrongins are, and let's not be one of them. Don't be a dick. There we go. Right. I've been called a snowflake and fucking poking my nose in where it wasn't wanted and all sorts of things, but fuck them. Now then, okay, so stuff that's come in. I have got a tank, I think, which is still in a bag, and I've not even undone it. But I think it's a tank because it's something that's come from Vandy Vape. But I will have a little look at that a little bit later. Not tonight, though. Not tonight. I just can't. I can't bring myself to do anything with a tank tonight. Now then, what else have we got? I'm sure. Okay, so a couple of little things that have come in. I'm sure you've seen them floating around. We have got the Asmodus Colossus. Is it Colossal? Colossal. There we go. That came into the review queue. There we go. Colossal. And when I saw this, I thought, oh, that's a 2700 Asmodus thing. That'll be interesting. But no, it's a single 18650. Little jobby with essentially, I think it's like just a touch screen like the Minikin. Not done anything with it, not even put a battery in it as yet, because obviously Expo stopped all manner of play when it came up last weekend. So yeah, I've not done anything with that. I think I told you about the Druga from Org Vape, that squonk kit that came in last week. I think I've already covered that, so that's good. One thing that I did mean to be giving Mr. Schwar, because I figured he could do a fantastic write-up of it, is the tank that's in this box, and I completely forgot to take it to Expo, so I'm gonna have to get that in the post to him. Now then, the other thing, the final thing before we get on to Expo goodies and all that sort of good stuff, and once again, not even had a chance to put a battery in it yet, but we've got the Spruzer from Asmodus. So the Spruzer is a squonker with this tiny little bottle thing. It's a different way of squonking this. There's been a lot of talk online about this bad boy already. It's not getting a whole lot of love, to be fair. It's not getting a whole lot of love. And I know nothing else about it other than that's what it looks like at the moment. Does look massively like that's just a big old light switch on the side of your mod, which is a bit straight. Have I got this up the right way? The door has an interesting fit. It seems very large for a single battery squonker, particularly one with such a small bottle in there as well. So yeah, that's a bit weird. Looks to have the touchscreen on it once again, but and we've also got a little RDA on the top of that, which has got a name. Can't remember what it is though. But no, I will tell you more about this, and I'll be more productive with this later on down the line. But I just wanted to show you, to let you know that it's here. I've had it for I got it sort of midway through last week, I think, and I've done absolutely nothing with it yet. So then, what else we got going on here? Oh, a light switch, says Todd. Teus Teus, is that how you pronounce it? You told me like 3 times how to pronounce your name at the weekend. First of all, I want to apologize to Teus. I saw him loads of times over the weekend, and I said I was going to try and get to go and have a beer with him. I was just so busy, I didn't get the chance to. Just so, many apologies for that one. Now then, I would like to have been able to have more time to hang out with people as a whole, but I think, well, I'll go into that later on, but it was the busiest expo ever. Now, new stuff from Expo. Do you want to see new stuff from Expo? Are we there for it? And the crowd goes wild. Yeah. Right then. Okay. Oh, mate, I'm so tired. Right, let's go. So first off the bat, seeing as I'm wearing their t-shirt, let's talk about this bad boy. Now, none of this has been, there's only one item from Expo that I've unboxed and am using and am absolutely fucking loving, but the rest of it I just wanted to show you, and then I can have a play with it over the next kind of week and see how we get on, and hopefully I'll do a vlog on Monday and I'll be able to tell you a little bit more about most of this gear then. So first off, oosh, so Death Wish. Ooh, Death Wish have got a new mod which I can't get out of the box. Hang on, what's going on? I want to see a shiny tube mod. I've got 3 shiny tube monsters. Right then, so first off the bat, we have the bare bones. Now then, this bad boy is looking sexy. It's this kind of gunmetal grey kind of affair going on. And one of the things that I really like about this is the switch is really quite cool, because the contact, if I can unscrew this, in here, you'll see that there is a battery tube thingamajig, and that's because in here, this contact, I believe you can put a longer contact in for an 18650 or a shorter contact in for a 2700. So no extension on the tube, no fucking around, no messing about, but just dependent on what you want to do with your contact. So all in all, I think that's a pretty swish looking mech, and I think this is going to be, I'm really looking forward to getting this going. If I'm speaking strange, by the way, it's because I've bitten the side of my tongue. So it's just made it horrible, but the feel on the switch feels amazing already, so I can't wait to get that going. And I really like the idea of these different size contacts depending on which battery you want to go with. Now, for on top of that, God, you bastard, come out. Hang on, stay with me, I'll be there in a minute. On top of that, we do have the unholy RDA, and would you look at that? That's almost a seamless tube. I mean, you can see it there, but it's very, very close. But that, how sexy is that as a setup? That is pretty sweet, isn't it? That gives me a little bit of a lob on, I've got to admit. So no, I am super looking forward to getting this going on. Now then, this came from Evolution Vaping in the UK, so you can go to evolutionvaping.co.uk, I think. And if you want one, I think my biker code. So if you go in there, you can get a little discount by typing biker in the promo code thingy, and you'll get some money off. Don't know how much, but you'll get some. So there you go. My one is a cheeky little number 8, which I'm rather excited about. But no, that's very, very cool. Now then, what else have we got? So as well as that one, we've got, how we doing in chat there? Are we all doing okay? Everyone happening? Show the posts, the steel balls. Yeah, good point. Good point. Who said that? I don't know if you're not going to be able to see this properly. Hang on. What I like, one of the things that's cool about this, if I go onto that focus, okay, so can you see that underneath the grub screw there's a ball bearing? And that's because when you're tightening down your wire goes underneath the ball bearing, and then when you're tightening that bad boy right down, what's happening is it's not twisting on top of your wire. So with it not twisting on top of your wire, if you've got some thick old beasties under there or something like that, then it's not going to fuck your coils up, which I think is great. Really good idea. So looking forward to getting something beefy in there. So it feels nice. It's not too weighty, but it's got some girth to it, you know. Now then, on top of that, what else have we got? This one is in, hang on. Let me take the autofocus off because it'll be really Annoying. Now then, Vapors Cloud, ladies and gentlemen, a new mod from these bad boys as well. This is the NATO, which is very, very exciting. Now, this bad boy is the stainless steel version, and it's very, very cool. On top of that, although I have reviewed it already, they have given me another Voras just because it'll look sexy. So I'm going to pop that on now just so you can see it, seeing as I've shown you the other one. You know, all fair. Now then. This one has got a kind of a, I think that's I think there's some venting going on underneath the top there. There's like looks like a washer going on the top there, but I think that's pretty cool. Now we'll pop the this Voras on top of there like so, and boom, wallop. Height wise, we are looking a little bit bigger than the what's it called? Bare bones, but no, it's a fair size mod. But the difference between the two is where the bare bones is a hybrid, this one is not. There is a 510 going on in there, which is very, very cool indeed. And you can take that bad boy out like so, and we don't have one of those kind of screw in, screw out sort of affairs underneath. So that makes that nice and easy. So we've got that, which is good. And the button. Let me show you this bad boy. You like this? You like this? Not a lot, but you like it. Okay, so silver spring there. Can you see what's going on in there? That's the underside of the button, and that's just a big old ball. Now then, I think I can poke that out. There we go. So that is the ball bearing that's on the inside. On the inside of this section, you've got the clutch that we're used to now with Vapors Cloud products, which is a really good little way of doing things. And then that will obviously go up into the hoop of this little section here. And you can see that silver plate contact is nice and concave, convex, domed, whatever the fuck. And so that means that the ball will sit very, very nicely in there. So this is going to be, I'm very excited to try this one as well. I think this is going to be a really exciting mech. I think it should hit pretty darn well. So I'm very much looking forward to that. And I haven't actually got any stainless 24mm mech. So, oh no, hang on. My geezer, my stroke is kind of 24. But this one is just this button. I think this is going to be a bit interesting. It's going to be interesting because I'm not entirely sure how I'm going to get on with pressing a ball. Cough. Anyway, not entirely sure how I'm going to be getting on with that one, but I will let you know more as we go on. Now then, this is also for your 18650, 2700 and 21700 batteries as well. So a whole bunch of different batteries in there as well. So it's nice to have those options. But there we go. Good times ahead. Oh, now then, are ball bearings the exciting new thing in mods now then? Yes, David. Yes, they are. They're very exciting. So now then, what else we got? I think I might save 2 items and see if we can get Mr. Todd on. Couple of other things. Remember I told you ages ago that Geek Vape were working on something else to replace the G-Box S100 Squonker that I reviewed that they then stopped production on? Well, what we've got here, this is the prototype of its successor. Now then, it looks as though they could be changing the way the bottle feeding system works on this one. So this is why this is just a prototype and wasn't for sale on the at Expo. But I think this kind of red kind of thing going on here with the slightly different board going on in there is what they're going to be using now. It's going to be an interesting one. Like I say, this is going to get a review because it is a prototype and there will be changes before it goes to final production. But no, it's something that I thought I could show you guys just to show you. Oh, it looks a little bit like not a Cylon. This kind of thing reminds me of a face, like a mask of a superhero or something. Anyway, yes, it's a thing. Trying it out, but it'll be a different thing when you see the thing. Cool. Cool. Now then, as well as that, we did also have a Wasp Nano. A million people, whenever I do a small stumpy review of an RDA, someone says, oh, you got to have a Wasp Nano. And the very nice person who makes these bad boys, Umie, insisted I take one of these away. This will not be getting a review, but I will talk about it in another vlog. So on top of that, the last thing before I get Mr. Todd on, hopefully, is something that I was actually very surprised about, and I was actually very pleased about as well. And that is, do you remember the Pandora review that I did a while ago? Now, the Pandora, it got a lot of love from a lot of people, but I did not like the airflow. It was very turbulent. I wasn't a huge fan of it. And I messed around with things and it seemed to make it a little bit better. But it was, in general, a turbulent airflowed RDA. And I wasn't really great guns on it. Now, I can't remember the chap's name because I'm an idiot, but there is now another one. Now, I did have a try at his at the show, and it seems as though that turbulent airflow situation has been fixed. So I've got one in sexy copper. So I will be having a damn good go on this, and I'm looking. I might put this on top of the Descendant. I'm going to have to clean the Descendant up again. But yes, I might stick it on top of there. But it will be getting a damn good testing. It will be getting a review, and it's nice to see that a manufacturer, first of all, has the design in the UK, which is brilliant. Second of all, is someone that had a review and kind of took that information away, not just from me, but from a load of people, I imagine, but took that information away and kind of worked on it to develop the product and make it better, rather than getting all arsey and then saying, yes, please do the review. That would be splendid. That's awesome. I like that. Good bloody work, that man, because there's not, well, I say there's not many. There is still quite a few, but there's also a lot of companies that if you say, well, I don't like this because this, that, and the other, they just lose their minds and never speak to you again. So in that way, Pandora, man, you're a diamond. Good job. Good bloody job. Now then. Oh, this is the item that I have been using non-stop since getting home. This is this bad boy here. Now, this is the Lunar Squonk Er from Ultrona. Ultrona? Let's go with Ultrona. ULTRONER. So this is a stabwood box. It's not hybrid, it's not highly varnished or anything like that. I think it's stabilized, I'm not entirely sure. We've got a side firing button there. Obviously we do have a Squonk Er. I've got the Entheon on top of there at the moment. Now this has while this button's on the side here, it does have a little board under this section of the mod, and in that board, what it does, am I making any sense? What that board does is reverse polarity battery protection. There we go, words. Then we've got low voltage cutoff and high voltage protection, and something else. Oh, and it's also got an on and off switch. Now I don't know if my lights are going to be too bright, but if I hit this 5 times, see that light? Boom, that went from green to blue, and now that's doing absolutely bugger all. But ooh, there we go, turning it back on again. And now if I fire it, boom, look at that, look. And the hole where the light is just like a tiny little thing, so that you can hardly see. So, and this, I tell you, I think this is retailing around about 100 quid. If that's the case, this could be one of the, if not the bargain stabwood posh mod of the century. Because it feels lovely. You've got one of these little flippy outy thingies down here to get your battery in and out. You've got a little sort of slidey jolly to get your squonk bottle out. And yeah, I think this makes me so happy, this mod. I've, like I say, been using nothing but this since getting home from Expo, and I've absolutely loved it. I think it's absolutely glorious. Oh, look out, look, Battery Mooch is in the house. Bonjour, Mr. Mooch. Now then, who said that a switch FET came to mind? A switch FET, I thought it was similar to a switch FET as well. Although the switch FET, does it have the on and off? I can't remember. It doesn't have the LED either, does it? I should know because I've put a switch FET in one of my mods. I don't think it's got an on and off. I might be wrong there. But no, it's going really, really well. I've got a nice like 0.3 build going on in here at the moment, single coil, and it's a dream. And someone said on Facebook earlier on that they only like to, or they like to have the option to finger or thumb fire it. And I've been thumb firing it this way, my thumb like so, or I've been finger firing it this way, or you know, just however you, but you can, you know. Well, it's a thing. But no, all in all, I think this is absolutely brilliant. And if it's for 100 quid, I think it feels solid. There is a, you know, if you're being super picky, there's a tiny ridge on the wood going up to that top plate there. Just a tiny one. But for that money, I think this is sterling, and I think this comes in various different colors, but obviously, you know, the wood grain will be different. But all in all, I think this is absolutely awesome. Having a joy with that one. Right then, now, hang you on a second. Da, 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 da. Mr. Todd. Bonjour, old fella. How are you, my friend?
Buongiorno, me old muckaroo.
Splendid. Right. I've saved two things because one of them you have, so you can talk to me about them. But another one is something that I just want to talk about because I think it's very exciting. Now then, the first one, have you seen the name on this box before?
That's not, no, I haven't. Yes, I have, but no, yeah, carry on.
Have you? Because I have to find the very nice gentleman's card who gave me this because I can't find his card at the minute, and I don't know what the mod's called because I can't read that.
It's called the Squiggle.
It kind of looks like it could say Yorkshire. Well, I'm sure it doesn't. Anyway, this bad boy, the very nice man, and I will find out more information about that when I do obviously get around to doing the review, gave me this mod to review. Now this is, it needs a little bit of a clean up. Hang on, little t-shirt time. There we go. This is the mod. Now it needs a proper clean. This is the lightest tube mod I've ever had in my little handy bandies. I thought it was a joke. I thought it was something that was, you know, just a like a battery holder or something to start with, or made of plastic or something, but it's crazy light aluminium. It's got a clutch switch in it as well, which is going to be interesting to see how that works out, and it's a hybrid. But this, I think you said before when we were chatting that you like aluminium mods.
Yes, I've had many aluminum mods over the years.
Just try and make the American people happy. Aluminum.
Yeah, no, I've had quite a lot of them over the years, and they're good. Yeah, I'm not going to say they hit hard, but yes, they're very good.
Teus is in the chat. Yes, it was from your Swedish friend, Teus. What was his name? Because I can't bloody remember, my friend. But yeah, no, all in all, can't wait to get this going because I think this is going to be very nice. And I have the feeling that this is like one of 50 or something. So if it is, and you haven't got one,
it's like you say, we were talking earlier on and we were going on about how like titanium and aluminium mods, they're very good, but because they're so light, they actually feel cheap.
Yeah, exactly.
It's so strange.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it's like with these mods, these buggers are both quite heavy and they're substantial without a battery in them. So once you get a cell in there, then they're going to be right old beasts. And being old as we are, then I think it's kind of one of those things that kind of old school is heavy means good.
Yeah.
So yeah, but I'm really looking forward to trying it out. It's going to be cool. I have to put some dinky little atomizer on the top of it just to make it look cool. There we go. And Teus is saying Freet from vapenation.se. I think that's who he's saying. But there we go. Anyway, so it's a thing. So I'm very much looking forward to that. And now then, this is one that you have already as well. And I think you've got one of these ones from the show in Delrin.
Yes, I did.
So from Phobic Mods. Now, I don't know if I'm supposed to be reviewing this. Are you reviewing yours?
I've already reviewed the mod,
Yeah.
the previous version. But
Yeah.
I'll show the Delrin one off in a vlog or something like that, because it's the same mod, just in a different finish.
Yes, I think I should, because Bradley, it's Bradley, isn't it, who runs these ones? Super nice bloke, super nice bloke. So yeah, but no, here we go. For those of you that may not have seen Mr. Todd's review on the phobia, it's phobia now, isn't it? Yeah, Delrin phobia. Pardon me. Look at that, look. And I think I asked Bradley about this, and he said that it's not laser cut out, all these holes and stuff. They're actually milled out, I think.
Yep.
Which is, that's a lot of milling.
Yeah.
But no, I'm looking forward to doing this. And I think you may have said in your vlog, actually, that the big old squonk hole there kind of gets lost amongst all the other holes. Which it does, and it's pretty cool. I'm looking forward to doing that. ModMaker internals, silver strip going on the inside, I believe. So that should hit like a beast.
It's £170.
And it's £170. Yes, that is a little bit more scary. So yeah. I imagine there'll be lots of people on my channel complaining about that. But there we go. Now then, before we go into, I think, oh no, just a couple of other things. Rick from ModMaker, very nice man that he is, made me a little wooden mod. Look at that. How cute is that? Boom. So I just wanted to show that off and say thank you very much. Oh, on top of that, seeing as you mentioned it today as well, got a little bag from Rick at ModMaker today. One of these little bags, and it's got two of these little posty things going on. One of these, because you screw this down onto your 510, you then clamp it with the second lower nut, and then you can tighten up your 510 with the ModMaker. Oh, yeah, fuck it. ModMaker spanner. Look at that. Look. It looks black, but it's actually sort of stainless coated something or other. Hard as nails, and I put a mod together today. Badly, but I put a mod together today and used this, and it made life so much easier than trying to use pliers. It's ridiculous. So yeah, and I think I saw on his site that he's selling these kits for 15 quid, I think.
Yeah, it's about that.
Yeah. So if you are if you're interested, if you like making your own mods and all that sort of stuff, and you use ModMaker 510s, there's two different sizes. There's one for the ModMaker 510 and then one for something else, I think. But no, go and check those bad boys out. modmaker.co.uk.
Yeah, and just to mention, I think it's worth mentioning. It's something you brushed over, but I think it's something worth bringing up.
I think this is
what Dean failed to mention is that we both made a mod today that looks just like this. So it's just like this. Go and show yours, Dean. Go on.
No,
go on.
Yeah.
And my one works. Unlike Dean's.
Well, you see, now it's a thing today because, as you well know, I had to have 4 goes or 5 goes of printing out because my printer was not playing ball. I've never had so much aggro with my 3D printer ever, and it was a super annoying. So yeah, I did actually print it out in the end. There you go, ModMaker thing. There might be some dirt on it floating around like in the corners and things because I was getting angry earlier on. So I mean, it's there, obviously. You know, it's a bit liney, a little bit, but nothing too horrific. But no, I put the internals in, and I think I know what it was. Either I put the dimples are too short on the inside of the copper, or you know when you put that bend down in the bottom?
Yeah.
I always say that you have to make sure that is that's 90 degrees from the side of the thing, so it bends and then it fits in the box properly. I don't think I took my own advice. So I think there's a little bit of movement in there somewhere. So yes, I've got to dick around with that when I've got a little bit more patience and time.
Oh, Battery Mooch, Dean, did you check the magnets?
Oosh.
From Battery Mooch.
That's not an issue I have.
Oh, that's a swift kick in the nuts to me there.
I was asking you on your live stream on Facebook earlier on if you put magnets in yours.
Well, yeah, next.
Right, so before we go into Expo chat and a bit of a rundown on that, should we have a little look at chat and see what is going on there? I'm so tired I might fall asleep on this microphone. Freet is in the house. Freet is in the house. There we go. Freet, who gave me this bad boy to review, which I'm super excited about. In the house, apparently. Very lovely. Can't wait to get something on it. So thank you very much for that. Right, go on in. Questions? You got any couple of questions? I have the perfect tool for that bend. Is it a ruler, Schwarzy? That seems like a sort of a setup thing to say. Todd, I want... what? JB, Todd, I know you want to be me, but that shed is looking peculiarly like mine. Who's JB?
I have no idea. I probably owe him money.
And it'll be one of those people who go, oh, fuck him.
Yeah.
But oh, we got at Vaping Biker. Any thoughts on the Wismec RX machine? It is cheap and it suits me down to the ground. I have none, Graham. I've not had one to review. I've not tried one. I've not held one. I've just commented that it looks a little bit like a robot's chubby penis. That's all I've said. Gizzard's choosing. Hi, yeah. How you doing? Todd's reviews. Have you heard about the Vaping Bogan's new RDA? Yes, I bloody well have, because I've got one on here and I did a build for it on the last vlog. So whoever asked that one, Keith Chenoweth. There we go. And I've been vaping on mine throughout the whole of the Expo and I loved it. I think it's really, really, really good. Easy to build on, easy to vape with, huge juice, 7mm juice well. Fuck, I'd take Todd weeks to get through that.
Yes, very true.
Right, what else we got? Can you recommend the Bonza for a first dripper? Yeah, sure, why not? Boom. There you go. Just learn your battery safety, learn how to make coils properly, and Ohm's law and all that sort of good shit. I went and got the barebone mech after we talk about. Okay, Jordan, cool. I'm assuming that's not talking about it tonight, and you haven't just gone out and bought it. I don't know. Which device did you and Todd try together? Well, now, for those of you who watched last week, one of the things that we said we were going to do was do a joint review. And we asked for opinions and what people wanted to see as a review. Luckily, there weren't too many people who kind of made too many suggestions. However, Mr. Todd had a slightly different idea on things. So, Mr. Todd, would you like to explain what happened?
The problem is that Mr. Dean, the Vaping Biker, is the consummate professional, and as always, takes, you know, he has a plan, he writes notes out, and he has a schedule, and I am a haphazard, lazy vampot.
Now then, now you say that in a kind of like a, oh, look at me, but is that really the reason, or is it, now go fuck yourself because you asked me to, so I'm not going to bother?
You're kind of like my surrogate wife when we go away. It's like I just feel that I have to do the opposite of what you asked me to do. I just can't help myself. I'm sorry.
So there we go, ladies and gentlemen. There we go. If you're on my Vaping Biker Facebook page, you'll see that I put a little snippet of Mr. Todd on a video, and that's where prior to doing my interview with Mike Vapes and Tony B, and the review for the Pulse with Tony B, by the way, I did record a little bit with Mr. Todd, and then he went, nah, I'm shy, I'm scared, not gonna.
Well, you see, the problem was that I was running away from your wife all weekend. That was the problem.
That's fair enough. My wife did have quite a few moments of grabbing Mr. T's bottom, but there we go. Anyway, Todd's reviews thought I'd taken a picture of you two together. Okay, thank you very much, David Smithson. That's good to know.
No, that's Mr. Smithson that did that one.
Oh, hang on, let me put the camera on you. Oh, is it?
That's Mr. Smithson, yes.
I feel bad there though, because that was Damien's spot before mine.
Yes. That's that picture with Damien that's been doing the rounds for a long time.
Yeah, absolutely. Now then, what else we got? How's your fused wire you forgot for Expo? Thank you very much, Wes Adams. Yes, it was sitting here waiting for me. Lovely. Brilliant. Cheers for that. Is the Squonk mod you showed for sale now? I don't know if there's anywhere in the UK selling this as yet. I think they were looking for some UK distribution for it, or retailers taking these on. I think, not entirely sure, but I think this is also a sub company from Asmodus. Is that right, T?
Yes.
Yes. So yeah, I mean, it shocks me really, considering, given the choice between this one or this one wins hands down every time for me.
Definitely.
And I've not even turned the other one on yet. Now then, what else have we got going? Oh, I do want to just mention a couple of juices, by the way. Lemon Biscuits Originals from creamyclouds.co.za. Fucking lovely. And also from the people who brought you Daily Juice, we got this Rewind, which is a it's like a what are they called? Little cola bottles. You know, the fizzy cola bottles with sherbet, not sherbet. Fizzy things. Oh, come on, help. I'm so tired.
Is it fizzy cola bottles?
Yes, that's it. Yes, it tastes like that. It tastes really good. So there we go. Rewind roller. Go and find some of that bad boy if you like that sort of thing. Now then, Dean or Todd, any idea about a gunmetal RDA? Well, there is this one, which is the Unholy from Deathwish Mods. So that's a gunmetal one. I think Bogan's Bonza RDA. I think that comes in a gunmetal as well. So yeah, there are a couple of them floating around. Now then, Ivan. Let's go, Ivan. Ivan Lima, thank you very much for your £10 donation to the channel. It's very, very kind of you. But please, please, please don't do what are they called? Super chats, purely because I'm struggling so much. Really, because YouTube takes 30% of that away, and they've been royally screwing me over, and a lot of other creators of late. So there is a paypal.me donation button on my banner or in the description of the video, I think. But also, if you do want to support the channel on a regular basis, you could get onto my Patreon as well. So while I've not done much for the Patreon the last few days, Expo's fucked that up a little bit, but there will be a lot more of that coming on very, very shortly. Right. But thank you so much for the donation. Ivan, Creamy Clouds, what's this do? I'm not entirely sure, but Creamy Clouds, there we go. Get some of that up here. I'm going to show it to you again. Lemon biscuit.
The Creamy Cloud's not a vendor. I'm sure there was a vendor called Creamy Clouds at Expo.
I think there might have been. But this is creamyclouds.co.za. Where's ZA?
Is that no, that's not New Zealand. Pass.
It's from there anyway. It doesn't say on the bottle, and I can't remember. But he's a very, very nice man that had the stand. So very nice chap. Now then, oh, here we go. South African Juice Company. There we go. South African. Boom.
Oh, I met. Yes, nice guy. I did meet him as well.
Yes, very, very nice chap. Pardon me. One other thing as well, the Yorkshire Vapors, was this Broken Bad Boy? This is a bit special as well. If you like sort of a chocolatey, caramelly kind of something, that's rather splendid as well. So,
well, it was. That's the guy. The guy that gave you the donation is the guy from Creamy Clouds.
Who is he?
Ivan Lima.
Oh, Ivan, you were a fantastic bloke and a really, really happy, splendid person. So thank you very much. And yes, I'm looking forward to trying the other ones. I think Ivan really wanted me to try a berry one that he gave me, but I haven't actually got that far in my unpacking yet to be able to find it. So I've got the strawberry gelato and passion fruit lemonade, but I've got those here, but I've not tried them. And the other ones I've got to unpack. What else have we got? Now then, is there anything else going on? Vaping Bugger Todd's reviews. I ended up getting the Aspire Nautilus X tank with the 4mm. I'm assuming that Alfred had previously asked us about that one, and that's why he's telling us now.
Can't remember.
I've slept since then, but good work, Alfred. Hope you're enjoying it. It's a nice little setup you got going on there. What else we got happening? Anything else? Any other questions? No, in fact, let's just jump into a little bit of Expo talk while I've still got some brain cells going on. And like I said, I don't want this to go on too long tonight because I'm dying horribly. So then, Expo 2017, the return, marvelous. Now you've already kind of put your final thoughts, not final thoughts. You have already put your thoughts up on a vlog, have you not?
Do you want me to throw you a life ring just now, or just watch you just die on screen here?
It's going. I'm just, you know, it'll be a long YouTube stream if I just fall asleep on the microphone.
Oh, brilliant.
But no, what we got, I think it was a fantastic thing. Now, a few people have said that there was too much juice there and not enough hardware. I would strongly disagree with that one. I do think, though, that there were a lot of juice stands that were a lot bigger and that had a lot more money played into them, and so it appeared to be more juice than hardware. And also because of the size of the thing, I think over the weekend they went over the 25,000 people mark on Sunday, I think, but the final numbers have got to be counted up this week. But yeah, over 25,000 people across 4 halls and 3 days at Expo. I think is pretty mental. So yeah, I mean, it was an amazing show. It was huge. There was a lot of hardware. There was stuff that was affordable. There was stuff that was expensive. There was a little bit of everything, and enough to tickle most people's taste buds. I think there was a little bit of everything going on there. But I had a brilliant time. I met up with a lot of great friends and people that I know in vaping. I also met up with Todd, and you didn't do the review with me. But no, had a brilliant time, had a great hangout time. But unlike pretty much any expo that I've ever been to, I didn't actually go on the beer properly. What's that all about? Not right.
Yeah. You did behave. You did behave.
I know. I was busy as literally from going there. We arrived on the Thursday, and I meant to do some recording of the setup, do a nice funky time lapse and all that sort of stuff. Didn't have the chance to. Didn't have time to. Didn't arrive there on time because I was waiting for UPS to deliver a lens for me for the camera. But no, by the time we got there, just chilled out that night, sleep by 9, I think. How old am I? And then on the Friday, got in there nice and early and had it large. But pretty much from that time until 4 o'clock on Sunday, I think I was just busy the whole time. We did have a nice little chill out room party. I'd say a room party, but it wasn't really a party. It was more like a room gathering of old people on the Saturday night.
Yes, very old people. Very old.
Pizza and a couple of beers and lots of chat, which was splendid. But no, as far as the event goes, I think it was absolutely spectacular. Yes, there were some very loud parts to it, but whenever the loud stuff started happening, I went past that and then went to a quieter area because there were plenty of areas you could get out of the noise. Tell me about your thoughts, Mr. Todd. Just nothing to do with the fact I want to stop talking for a minute, but just tell me your thoughts.
Yeah, I think your comment on the hardware, if you were to start, go in the entrance and then walk right down the hall, go into all the little annexes and so on and whatnot, and just browse, then yes, you would struggle to see the hardware. But if you spent time at a stall and had a proper look, you're absolutely right. There was a lot of there was a lot more hardware there than the previous expos that I've been to in Birmingham. Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah, absolutely. And that means that there was more than, you know, any other show, because it was definitely more than was at Jam.
Yeah. Like you said, yes, it was loud in bits, and yes, there was people spamming you with leaflets and all the rest of it and whatnot, but yeah, you just switched off to that. I mean, you didn't have to engage with them. It's just one of these things, and I wouldn't let that ruin an event for myself.
No, and I mean, I will be doing a proper video for that and everything that went on with that one. But I think there were two things that kind of frustrated me a little bit, and that was the fact that there were so many stalls that had hired these pretty dolly birds to kind of, you know, throw their stuff out, but the girls weren't vapors. They had no idea about the juice, so you asked any questions and you were just met by kind of a very blank face, which was a little bit annoying, particularly when you get a lot of people at a stall and you can't speak to someone who actually knows what they're talking about. But that's not just down to Expo, and it's not down to Expo at all. It's down to the exhibitors. But that's something that frustrates me. If you're going to have people working on your stall, make sure they know about your product. Simple as that. It's not hard.
Yeah. There's a good I mean, Richard Crawford's saying there, I mean, there was a big event on in Beijing, so a lot of the big Chinese companies were missing due to that event.
Yes. Yeah, and that's also, I think, why there was a couple of companies there with things like prototypes and stuff that wasn't for sale, but just to show you stuff.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. Dominic's saying, is it me or is it bad planning for the dates for the next Expo being the same as Stuttgart? I would say yes. The Stuttgart Vape Expo have announced their dates, and it clashes with the Expo in Stuttgart next year, but Stuttgart have had their dates up for several months now, but and being fair, I don't think there'll be that much crossover, to be honest. I don't think it'll be that much of an impact.
And also, I don't get invited to Stuttgart, so I'll be at Expo.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you what. There we go. I'll be the roving reporter. I'm already booked up for Germany, so I'll cover the German thing. You cover the Birmingham thing.
Marvelous. I think we're sorted.
I can be like the outside broadcaster.
Absolutely. One of the things that I thought was absolutely fantastic was the sheer amount of people that came up to say hi and have selfies and all that. I think this has possibly been the biggest one for me. I mean, for the last year or so, it's kind of been getting kind of a lot stronger with a lot more people wanting selfies and stuff, which is still weird. I still kind of freak out and feel a little bit strange about it. But there's a load of people that were really digging that this year. And at this event, it seemed to be more than ever. So I will be putting a collection. If we did get a selfie together, make sure that you do tag me in it on Instagram or put it on the Vape and Biker Facebook page. And I'll put the collection or a little montage of pictures. Is that a thing? Do you have a montage of pictures? In fact, okay, there we go. So they'll all be going up on the end of my Expo video. But
you're lucky.
Amazing. What?
You're lucky. I only had one person come up to me. And then I realized that it was the security lady wanting me to get out of the VIP area.
Yeah. They weren't happy about us being in there to start with, were they?
No.
But no, it was brilliant. So thank you so much if you did come up and say hello. I think I just talked myself out so much that weekend, and it was great. It was brilliant to see everybody. But what else? There was Tony B and Mike Vapes, lovely people, as you would expect. Had a great chat with both of them. I think they're both fantastic, and I really enjoyed that, and I certainly hope to see them again. As well as Daniel, DJ LSB, Sterling, lovely, wonderful chap, and he does make me giggle.
Yes.
So, yeah, all those people, very, very good. So thank you to everybody that came and said hello, because it was that made it all the more enjoyable experience. It also made me unable to do what I went there to do, but I'm okay with that. So that's fine. That allowed me some lazy time of just sitting there and chatting to people rather than actually going out and filming.
Yeah. And that at the end of the day is, I know for you as well as myself, that's the reason for going. Yeah, that's my main reason for going.
Absolutely, as well as free stuff, obviously.
Yeah, obviously. Well, I wasn't going to say that.
No, it was a joke.
No.
Just before anyone gets themselves in a tizzy. But no, I brilliant people. Now, what am I forgetting? I'm forgetting to talk about something from Expo, without a doubt. What am I forgetting?
No, there's a good thing. There's a good thing from Splitty Tit Dave. I probably said that wrong. Do you think Expo was disabled friendly?
Well, there was a couple of things going on with that one. A couple of the stands were raised, and that wasn't As far as I know, that wasn't an Expo thing. That was an NEC thing because of the cables that they had to have running underneath the stand. But what they didn't do at that one was have ramps going up the little thing. So while you could just about get yourself kind of up there in a wheelchair, but it was bloody hard. It could have been done a little bit better, and that's certainly some feedback that I'll be putting back to them next time. But aside from that, I thought that the nice big alleyways in between the stalls and the booths and all that sort of stuff, so you could get down them pretty easily. I didn't see really too much of an issue sort of accessing the majority of the stalls. But as always with a lot of these things, people don't put them at kind of low height and then have a, you know, you're at arse height. If you're in a wheelchair or a disability scooter, then you're at arse height with your face. So it sucks because you can't see stuff and people are in the way. But on the whole, I think I've definitely been to worse, and I definitely think it's an improvement on what we've seen before.
Yeah. I mean, that's the thing. Those raised stands, as Schwartz has just pointed out, it's not just an issue for disabled people. It's an issue for people like me, because I don't know how many times I'm walking along, I see something and I go to walk towards it and then hit that ledge and just boom, fly.
Yeah, exactly. So I think they do need to bring up some of them ramps.
Yeah. Wes Adams is saying that I lied. I do believe I told them that you charge £5 for a selfie.
It's a tenner. Everyone else was giving me a tenner per selfie. Didn't even get a free one. No,
I think I actually told lots of people. I get bumped into people and Todd, how you doing? How's it going? Where's Dean? Just fuck off. I'm not his manager. So I want to get a photo. So I was telling everybody that you charge a fiver for a photo and £10 for an autograph.
Such a bellend. I've not looked at. By the way, for anyone watching, I had like a gimbal thing on a long stick on a long monopod that I took a few kind of cool shots with. And Mr. Todd had previously said, "No, not interested in any of that shit." Saw it working and went, "Ooh, that's cool, isn't it?" And then just fucked off with it and just started speaking to random people who had no idea who I was. Did they have any idea who you were?
No. That was so funny.
I've still not watched it yet, so I don't know what you actually said to them.
I went running up to this couple that were having their lunch and they were just minding their own business with this big long tripod thing in the camera. I just said, "You're now on Dean the Vaping Biker's vlog. That's him over there. Do you know who he is?" No, never heard of him. It's brilliant.
One thing, by the way, when I was there was what's his name? Can't remember. Sir Vaping a lot. Really nice young lad. As a kind of a new reviewer, and bless him, he did a vlog for each day of the event, which is hugely time consuming. So well done him for doing that. But he's super friendly, really nice guy. But on the Sunday, I was feeling a little bit boisterous, and so I was kind of when we were outside the hotel, he looked like he had a bit of a hangover, so I was kind of winding him up a little bit. And then he was doing a bit to camera, probably, I don't know, about 10 o'clock or something like that. And he'd had his juice there and he was, or whatever it was, and he was doing it to camera and he looked very serious. And I thought I was the funniest man alive by just screaming up behind him on the scooter and just went, "Wanker!" down his ear roll and then rode off again. And that nearly gave the poor boy a heart attack. So I apologize for that.
That's what he gets. That's what he gets for looking like Russell Brand.
There you go. I didn't see it, but apparently it's a thing.
He does.
Now then, what else have we got? Have we got any comments left? Ladies and gentlemen, get your comments in because I'm very tired. Schwarzy, why did I pay £15? Because you got a reach around. Dave, my wife had a few problems hitting her wheelchair on curbs as they blended in slightly, and a few of the booth counters were high. Stage was also hard to get to unless you asked security. Yeah, I mean, to be honest, I didn't get to the stage. The only bit of the stage thing I went to when people were kind of all going bonkers was sort of a distance away just so I could film it. But yeah, I mean, that's not something that I would be comfortable in if I even if I wasn't on my scooter, to be honest with you. I think I don't like that sort of thing. Oh no. Oh no, all that rubbing people around and jumping up and down and hands in the air and armpits. No.
Yeah, yeah. There's a comment from Steam. No, I've just dropped them. Sorry. There's a comment from Steam Pig. I think he's posted it several times now. Has a problem with a Pulse BF mod melting plastic along the copper strip. Now it don't work. Battery put in correct. Pulse RDA used. Can't figure out what's gone wrong. Any ideas?
You lost me.
Yeah, I know. I'm just reading it from.
Had a problem with the Pulse mod melting plastic along the copper strip. Along the copper strip. The insulator. Is there an insulator?
I've not got the Pulse.
Let me have a little look. Melting plastic along the copper strip. Well, I have no idea how you managed to do that one. Were you building stupidly low? That would be the question that I would ask. Boom. Taylor says that vaping a lot came over and told me that you scared the daylight out of him. Yes, it tickled me greatly. I got the NATO at Expo. 5-button ball can be a pain after a while. I'm interested in seeing if that's going to be the case, because one of the reasons I despise with every inch of my being the little BB buttons, excuse me, that used to be on the old Hannah mods, is the fact that they really hurt your thumbs and things after a while. So I'm going to be interested to see how that works. Somebody asked if we went into the haunted house, which I think was that Fortitude? No.
Yeah, there was nothing to say it's a haunted house, though.
There you go.
There's nothing to say. There was nothing to say queue here and see the haunted house or anything like that.
No. I mean, there were just lots of people queuing.
Yeah. It was rather strange. Frontline.
Dean, are you expecting a puppy? No, I'm not expecting a puppy. There we go, Kathleen. In May Expo, I got a selfie with Dean, spoken to Dean for 20 minutes. Nicest guy is food to over, and I got some Vaping biker stickers. I didn't have any stickers this time. I couldn't afford to get any printed out just to give them away. But no, that was a cool thing. What else we got going on here? What was the outcome of the Westminster debate? Good point. There, FFMK11, FF Mark II probably. So there was a debate in Parliament in one of the side. Do they call it a side house or a side room or a side something or other? Something. Anyway, there was a debate this morning that was basically a very, very positive bloke trying to bring sort of vaping and the awareness of vaping out there and saying essentially that the public misconception is all wrong and thinks that vaping is worse than smoking, where we do know that it's at least 95% safer. And so there was a big discussion around that one, and there was a surprising amount of MPs that were actually on board and saying that vaping was a positive thing. And even the guy that kind of did the summary at the end, I can't remember his name, but he was he was an important person in charge of things in Parliament. But even he was saying, yes, vaping is 95% safer. I was a little bit concerned that they were going to go down the prescription route with it at one point, but they touched on it ish, but didn't really kind of go any further on there than that. But all in all, whilst there was no positive outcome per se, I think the good thing is that we now are seeing that people in Parliament and people in that position of power do have an awareness of vaping for the right reasons. Do they know about kind of, you know, how important different flavors are and different size bottles and all this sort of stuff? No, they don't. But they are looking at it, and they're looking at it again. And whilst things may take a little while to get turning, if you like, we will know a little bit more. There was also a little bit more of a discussion about the heat not burn products, which are obviously big tobacco generally, I think, at the moment. And luckily or happily, I can say that the guy kind of shot it down a little bit and was like, yeah, well, you know, we haven't got any data on that one, so we need to find that out first. So I think that was very, very positive. So I think it was a positive thing without a positive outcome, if that makes any sense at all.
Yeah. Questions. First question. You've got the Druga, haven't you? The Squonker.
Yeah.
Yes. So have I. Somebody asking about that. I actually quite like the Squonker. The one thing I have found today though is that the ATI gets, and I know this kind of winds you up a little bit, but it gets hot like any other ATI, but it retains the heat so much.
Yeah.
I mean, it really does retain the heat. Somebody else is asking, DeMillan is asking, did you see the new Sigelli Squonk at Expo?
Did you? Fuck eye?
The fuck eye. Yes, I have the fuck eye here. Ba-boom. What did you, what size was the bottle?
5.
5 mil. Yeah. The ATI that comes with it is just a velocity deck, and I've got to be honest, I quite like it for a
Isn't there isn't it a huge oversight in as much as they're saying a single battery will do like 160 watts or something stupid?
150.
That's ridiculous.
Well, yes. Well, according to your Ohm's law calculator, it should be possible, but yeah, it is kind of ridiculous.
Yeah, but there we go. So, are you going to put yours on the old thingy meter?
I probably will do, but we both know that even if it did hit that, it would hit it
very long.
Yeah, yeah. But it's not leaking. I'm not having any major issues with it at all.
Groovy. What else we got? If you do have a question, start it with @ToddsReviews or @VapingBiker, and then put it in uppercase if you don't mind. That helps helps us see it a little bit more. How long have you had the typewriter? Asks Alfred. His nan has one.
I've had that for 100 years.
There we go. So there you go. Since he was 40. Now then. Cuz Steve, positive discussion without result. Absolutely. If you do want to see that, there is a link on my Vaping Biker Facebook page of the whole Westminster thing. I think that still plays from that link. So if you do want to see it, you can go and check it out there. What else we got? Any other questions?
Somebody's saying I should go temperature control. It helps a lot to contain heat off the RDA. That makes no sense whatsoever.
If you're heating the coil, you're still heating the coil. Doesn't make any difference if it's cutting off at any particular point or not.
Yeah, absolutely.
Craig Campbell says there was a segment about Expo on tonight's One show, and I heard that there was, but seeing as I feel horribly offended by the One show after the last debacle, then I know nothing of it. Did you know anything about that? Have you seen anything about it?
I am not interested in it in the slightest.
Fair enough.
It's the guy is just, it's the BBC. Say no more.
Yeah. Liam Davies says, have you had any issues with the Geek Vape Athena squonk misfiring and slight sparking from the 510? The slight sparking is called arcing, and that tends to happen where you've got very low build, if you've got a slightly dodgy battery, or if you've not got strong connections, or if it's dirty, something like that. But you will get arcing on a lot of mods. That's a kind of a normal thing from a mech. But I've not had any problems with kind of misfiring. Have you?
No, and it's not. I mean, you'll hear some reviewers say this kind of thing, that they use something every single day since they got it.
Yeah,
and we both know what that means. But I can honestly say that I have used the Athena every single day since I got it, and it's not failed me or let me down once. I think it's a great wee bit of kit.
Yeah, and your doors aren't rattly on yours either, are they?
Yeah. You also notice that when I held it up there, you wouldn't have noticed that it doesn't have a drip tip on it, and it also doesn't have a bottle or a battery in it.
But he has been using that a lot, and I've been taking the piss. So yeah. What else we got? Thoughts on the Council of Vapor Wraith? Asks Martin Kumpft. I think they've redone it, haven't they? I think there's like a version 2 now. The friends of mine that were with us this weekend both got one. I haven't actually got one. Never tried one. Didn't even get to put it in my little handy pandy to find out what it felt like. So I don't have any, but I believe they've kind of improved it a little bit. Whether that's an improvement on the board or whatever, I don't know.
Yeah.
Someone asked about a drop or the Bonza, and my answer would be whichever one comes to hand, because they're both very good RDAs. Do you have the 528 custom squonk mod? No, I don't. Clean as fuck coils. What else? Any others? Where did you get your scooter from? The company I got mine from, I don't think is working at the moment. I went to have a look on their website recently, and it was Easy Riders with a Z at the end, I think it was .co.uk, and I don't think that website is up and running at the moment. But yeah, from them anyway. Louisa hates the BBC, so now we know. Louisa and her fella are lovely, lovely people, and I see them at many things, and I didn't get to talk to them this time. Any review planned on the iJoy Capo Squonker coming? None for me. They apparently were going to give me one at Expo, but they weren't displaying. They didn't have a booth there. But apparently there was a boss man there, and he was going to give me one, and I didn't catch up with him, so I haven't got one. So I haven't reviewed it. Boom. There we go.
Yeah, I'll have mine tomorrow.
There we go then. Boom. Flying Sumo's well pleased with the mat that he got from me at Expo. Thanks, mate. No worries, Flying Sumo. It was brilliant. It was really cool. It's a really nice idea, actually, and I think I'm going to do it again next time. And as much as I did a little sort of pop-up shop for half an hour on the Saturday and an hour on the Sunday, and it meant that people, if they wanted to come and say hello and selfie and all that sort of stuff, they knew where I'd be. But also, it meant that a few people could get hold of the mats, which was very nice.
Yeah.
Right, we're going to be going in a minute. Thanks for take the dog for a walk. Right, Richard Crawford's off taking the dog for a walk. Will you be reviewing the 528 customs, dear? No, well, don't know. Maybe. I said no because they weren't distributing anywhere outside of the UK, but that may possibly be changing from what I heard at the weekend, so we'll see. I'm only going to review it if it's available for people to get hold of. Whilst you can get some of these kind of mods, which I'm happy to review, that are kind of few and far between, when it's something that is mass produced in China and is made for the populace, but the company doesn't allow everyone to get hold of it very easily, then I'm kind of a bit turned off by that. So hopefully that's going to get sorted out. Right. Your thoughts on eating clone chocolate bars, Mr. Todd?
Just if anybody lives close to David Smithson, I'll send you anything from this shed if you go around knocking his door and kick him in the nuts, please.
You can't say that because someone will do it and then want to stab with Squonker.
Oh no, they can have a stab with Squonker. They have to take a photo though. They have to take a photo.
Does the Entheon work? Basically, is the Entheon worth the hype, and does it have enough airflow for 0.15-ish builds? I do not understand why you would want to put a 0.15 in here, to be honest with you. It has airflow, but it's very restricted. When it comes to comparing it against the what's it called? The thingy, you know. Oh, there we go. Hadley. It's a little tiny bit more restricted than the Hadley, I think. So, yeah, I mean, I don't think this is a raucous building RDA, to be honest with you. I think it's very, very good. I think if you've got the Hadley and you like Cyclone products, then you'll probably get this anyway. If you've got the Hadley and thinking you'll get something different from this one, I don't think you're going to get that much difference from it. But if you don't have either, then, you know, either of them are worth a shot. And the only thing with this one is this drip tip that comes with it is quite short. So, you know, it's a little bit one of those things with your lips. Todd's reviews. Any luck with the siren yet? Asks Graham.
No, I have put Just my humble opinion. This is just my findings. But the Siren, the 25 mil version.
24.
24. Thank you.
I think.
Personally, I think it's shit.
I think the Berserker is out of the two. I think the Siren V1 was brilliant, but I think that the V2 now, I think there is better available, and that being the Berserker.
Yeah, it just do you know the strange thing is that it should, you know, building on it. I put a few builds in it, rowdy builds, normal builds, like old K-Fun type builds, and I just could not get any decent flavor out of that thing at all.
Yeah.
So there you go. Sorry.
Here we go. Right. What we got going on here? Cream closing on something I have. That's from Todd's reviews. What do you use to polish silver? A silver polishing cloth. That sounds like I'm taking the piss, but I'm really not. Just tuned in, says AJ McLean. We're about to go, AJ, so you're gonna have to watch it on Thingy Bit. Todd's reviews. Can you name your three top? No, fuck. Can you name your top 3 single coil RDAs, please?
Pew Hugh, Barley McGrew. Yeah, that's it. That right. Honestly, the top 3 are the ones that I own and have kept, and they would be the Narda, the Narca now gets in there as well, and single coil. It would be a toss up between the Hussar or the Haku. There you go.
Very good. Fantastic. A better answer than I would have given. So well done. Cuz Steve is saying, why don't more small RDTAs come with a squonk pin? It gives you a visible juice level over an RDA, prevents dry hits easily, which is a good point. But I imagine it would be just because of the costs with machining, to be honest with you. I think that'd probably be it. I think they just keep the cost down and away you go. Tosh Reviews, I get 300 ml of juice off eBay for 20 quid. Is it worth it? No, Alfred. I would imagine probably not. And could have been made in a bathtub.
Yeah. Kevin Mann is saying that he's getting his first unregulated mech mod and so on, and he wants to know what ohms would be safe and things like that. I've sent him the link for steamengine.org. Go along to that site and read up. Just go and read up on Ohm's law and things like that. It will tell you, you will know what kind of battery you've got. You can actually go onto that site, you can put in that battery, and it will tell you what levels you can vape at, what's safe. Go and do your homework on that site first and then come back. And if you're unsure after that, then you can get Dean on Facebook.
Nah. Also go and check the Google battery mooch. Just type that in and it'll come up with his ECF page, and you can go and check out his battery ratings to make sure that once you've done the steam engine business and you know where you're at with that, then you can go into Mooch's battery ratings. Don't just look at his table saying his top picks of batteries. Look for the results of kind of how they sag under load and all that sort of stuff. There's plenty of graphs there to go and check out, and that'll give you a bunch of information that will help you get the best out of your mod. Yeah,
totally.
Dean Todd, what's your opinions on the dead rabbit? We like them. Todd's views, thanks to the video you did on making your own budget squonk. Now going to make my first mod, says Liam Davey. So there we go. You've influenced someone.
Awesome. Awesome.
What else we got now then? On the mech, so 11 mini bud rush watching. We love them both. Thanks so much. There you go, Tony. Thank you very much indeed. Now then, I think that is going to be bringing things to a close, to be honest with you, because I am absolutely shattered and I need sleep because I need to go down to somewhere in the morning to pick something up that will be very cool. So yes, I think I'm going to go.
Are you going to film it?
What?
Are you going to film it?
I think so. Probably just on the phone, though. But yes, I think I probably will.
Yeah, please do. That would be most awesome.
Yes, it's going to be very, very cool. I can't wait. Yo, yeah, bo, yeah, bo, 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 bo. Right. On that one, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for watching. I'm sorry this can't be a longer one as per normal, but I hope you can understand that we're shagged. If you do want to support the channel, then by all means go across to the paypal.me link that's in the description or on the YouTube banner. And also, if you do want to support the channel on a regular basis, please go to Patreon. And it all helps me doing my thing, and it gives me something to focus on, which is lovely, rather than sitting there being a miserable tossbag. Now then, that being said, I haven't got anything cloudy in front of me, Mr. Todd.
I've got a 0.1 ohm build on a mech.
Get off, have you?
I have.
Yeah.
I'm just a bad influence.
Right.
Very bad influence.
On that note, there we go. That's the word. I'll put the camera onto Mr. Todd. Thank you so much for watching, and we will see you all again very, very soon. Have it large.